Hey, Matt Allen here. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin'. Tim and I are out here on the California Delta today, just wrapping up some frog fishing. And as our day progressed, we found that our best quality fish weren't in the cover at all. We were catching them just out in open water, just walking the frog like a spook or something else on the surface. And we realized that we've never really talked about that in a video before. We do it a lot on camera, but we've never really explained how to walk that frog and get that slow action out in the open water. So I'm going to try and break that down for you a little bit today. Probably the most important thing when you're doing that is to understand that you don't want to overwork the frog. Frog fishing as a whole is such a power technique. You want to drive those hooks as hard as you can. So it's hard for a lot of guys to transition from that powerful hook set, heavy braided line, down to just a really finesse movement to get the frog to walk, but that's so important. So for me, I like a shorter rod. I generally use a 7'3" to a 7'6". For me, that's a short rod. For other people, they might want a 7-footer or something else, but a 7'3" seems to be perfect. It allows me to get really low to the water without hitting the surface of the water. When I throw that frog, what I like to do is just throw it out, let it settle, and then I put my rod tip right down above the water, you know, like 1.5 inches, 2 inches off the water, and I'm gonna just really gently work the tip of that rod, just like I'm walking the dog, except softer, just a really slow movement. At the same time, I'm gonna work the handle about 1/5 of a handle turn for each twitch. I'm gonna use that combination of the rod twitch and the reel twitch to get the nose of that frog to start walking. The hardest part is to get it to turn the first time. Once it's turned, as long as you keep that rod low to the water and keep that slack laid out, the next twitch will pull it all the way back and back and forth, back and forth. The biggest mistake somebody will make is either to turn and take up the slack with the reel handle, because if you don't leave the slack out, the nose can't come back around. You just pull it back to straight and you're starting over. So you don't want to overwork the handle, and then you don't want to twitch too hard. You'll have the same problem. Those are the biggest mistakes that I see. Generally speaking, if you can't get a frog to walk, you're working it too hard. It's like 1/2 the power, 1/4 of the power of walking a super spook or a bait like that. Just a really gentle, really subtle action. We'll go out to the water here in a minute, see if we can't get this frog to walk, see if we can get some fish in the boat. We'll talk to you soon.
Hey guys, Tim Little, Matt Allen, out here chasing that world record spotted bass. Matt and I have both spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours out here in Northern California chasing this fish. Luckily today, finally blessed enough to get one of the giants that we've hooked. We've hooked it multiple times. Got a 10.38 on a certified scale. One of the biggest spotted bass.